The next morning, a soldier ran among the tents, shouting, "Curry is coming!" And all the men, including Harry, scurried around like squirrels, picking up things from the ground, racing in and out of their tents, and straightening their ties and hats. A coughing motor announced itself as all the men stood at "attention" in front of their tents. She was surprised to see a strange wagon pulled by no horse sputtering toward them. It was the first time your bear had ever seen a motor car. Harry shooed her inside her tent with not a very nice kick. With her nose between the flaps, Winnie spied the motor car's wheels roll to a stop. There were 2 men in the open coach. It was Colonel Curry in the back seat, who stood now and looked down at Harry. "Lieutenant Colburn," he said, "I have heard disappointing news from the cook." He hopped down from his high seat. "Understand, Lieutenant, it is my responsibility to get this battalion into shape. I will not be distracted from that duty, and I will not allow my men to be distracted from theirs. I do not take the stealing of rations lightly. Did I or did I not tell you that if this bear of yours caused any trouble, there would be consequences?" Yes, sir," said Harry. "Where is the animal?" Colonel Curry said coldly. His gloved hand rested on the pistol at his hip. Winnie could clearly smell Harry's sweat as he stood nose to nose with the colonel. When Harry did not answer, Dixon stepped forward. "Have mercy, sir," he said. "She's a very fine mascot. Even the horses like her, sir." Edgett spoke up. "With respect, sir, losing Winnie would be very hard on morale." "Silence!" commanded Colonel Curry. Pushing past Harry, he flung open the tent flap and stormed inside. All the men craned their neck to watch the colonel tore apart Harry's tent. He kicked the chair over and slapped Harry's diary off the small table. He bent and peered under the cot before flipping it over and flinging its blankets into the air. Then he looked straight up and went still. "Lieutenant Colburn," he called. There was a bear, scrunched up at the top of the tent center pole, hiding in the peak of the roof. "Come down, Winnie," Harry said, and she did as she was told. The colonel grimaced most grimly. "It is with no pleasure." Winnie rose on her hind legs and saluted. Trained by habit, the colonel's right hand rose from its holster to return her salute. Then he realized he was saluting a bear cub. He brought his arm back down and clasped both hands before him. Colonel Curry and Winnie stared intensely at each other until the colonel blinked. He leaned into Harry. "Consider this a warning," he said. "To you both." "Yes, sir," Harry said. A whistle of relief came from Dixon as the colonel and his motor car sputtered away. "Did you see the look on Curry's face when Winnie saluted?" Gertie said with a laugh. "Keep a closer eye on her from now," Lieutenant scolded Edgett. But Harry's eyes hadn't left your bear since the colonel stood over her, and Winnie noticed they seemed cloudy instead of clear. She thought he was angry, but then, with a bursting breath, he drew her close and hugged her tightly, because Harry thought of her as his bear now, too. She was just that sort of bear. I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye. See you next time.